There is a setting that you need to change in your Facebook lead campaigns right now. The default is to have it turned on, but it is guaranteed to reduce the number of leads that you're generating. And in this video, I'm going to show you what this is and how to turn it off. So to show you what this sneaky setting is, probably haven't heard of, probably haven't come across before, I'm in an example ad account and I'm going to quickly run you through it, demonstrate it, and show you how to turn it off. I'm in Ads Manager. If I go ahead and click on this create button and then create an example leads campaign, if you select the leads campaign objective, I'm going to go with manual to demonstrate this. Now what you'll see is that when you create a leads campaign, I'm not going to go through every setting, by the way, I've got separate videos on that. They'll be linked to in the video description if you want to know how to set up a leads campaign. But if we jump to the ad set level, you will see that the default conversion location is instant forms, okay? So the way Meta kind of wants you to go is instead of sending people to your website to become a lead, they want you to select the ad type where people click on the ad and they're presented with an instant form. So a form where they can submit their contact information, you can then get in touch with them and progress them through your sales funnel. A lot of businesses do go with website instead. What I'm about to talk about here, this setting that's reducing the number of leads generated, only applies to those that go with instant forms, which is more and more Facebook and Instagram advertisers. And if you are looking to generate leads with Facebook and Instagram ads, I'd strongly recommend you test this option. But if you do, you need to know about this sneaky setting. So let's now jump to the ad level, because this setting occurs within the instant form itself. It's when you're creating a new form. So I'm going to go past all the ad setup stuff, minimize that down. I'm going to get to the form section down here. I'm going to click on create form, create a new form. Now I've created videos on exactly how to create these forms. Again, there'll be links in the description below, how to go through all this stuff, which type to talk about. Rich creative is something that's been added in very recently, did a whole tutorial on that. So go ahead and check those out. But what you probably will have missed, what the vast majority of Facebook advertisers do miss when they create their forms, if I just go back to more volume, is that you have this content tab and you have this settings tab. And most people don't think to click on settings. But if you do click on settings, you will see, obviously, aside from language, which is fairly obvious and self-explanatory, the main thing in here is sharing, okay? And the default is restricted. Now, I don't know about you, but whenever I'm running an ad campaign, I don't want basically anything to do with it to be restricted, particularly in relation to sharing. So this is the default setting, and what this means is, if you have this selected, is that only people who are delivered your ad directly, so are presented this ad as an ad, can actually submit this form. And what that means is that if anyone shares your ad, which is something that we definitely want people to do as advertisers, the people that then see this post, see this ad because someone shared it, they're not able to open up the form and submit their information. Now, this is going to affect some businesses a lot more than others. Let's say, for example, you're a local business. Let's say you're a roofer and you're advertising to people in your local area. Well, some of the people that you reach aren't going to have any issues with their roofs, so they don't have any interest in your services, but they will know someone that does. They might have a family member or a friend thinking, oh yeah, so-and-so, they've got an issue with their roof, an ad's popped up for a roofer, it's a great looking deal, and they will share the post, try and get the person that they know that has a problem with their roof to see it in various different ways that you could do that. You could tag them in a post, you could share it, etc. But you absolutely don't want the person that they are intending to share your ad with to not be able to go ahead and become a lead. The person that someone in your audience thinks has a problem that your service solves, you absolutely want that person to go ahead and submit a lead. Also, if you've done a really good job with your advertising, you've created really engaging ads, the sort of things that people like to share, many businesses have gone viral with that exact method. Think of Dollar Shave Club, for example. They created some fantastic ads many years ago. People loved them, they went viral, they shared them organically, and that got them tons and tons of business. If you do a really good job as a marketer, you create fantastic ads that are really engaging and people in your audience share them, you absolutely want the people that see that ad because of the share, not because of your advertising putting it in front of them directly, to be able to submit their information and become leads if they're interested in the product, service, whatever it is that you're advertising. So you absolutely, the vast majority of business want to go ahead and select open. Now there may be some sort of fringe cases where you want to go with restricted, where perhaps you don't want certain people to see what it is you're advertising. Maybe you're advertising advertising something exclusive to new customers. You don't want existing customers to see it, something along those lines. But for this to be the default, I think is a little bit crazy. The vast majority of advertisers want to go ahead and select open, as I've just done, when you create your instant form. Now, there are a couple of other points that I want to make about this. Before I do, I just want to quickly mention our done for you Facebook and Instagram advertising services. If you would like my company to create, manage, and optimize your Facebook and Instagram ads for you, take that workload off your hand, and hopefully help you get much better results, you can book a free call to discuss more information about that. Of course, no obligation. Just click on the link in the video description below. That'll take you to a page where you can book in a call directly with one of my team members. Hopefully, we get a chance to work together. Now, I have to say that I do find it a bit odd that the default settings for instant forms is to be restricted. You would have thought the default would be open, and then you can choose to turn on restricted if you wanted. As I said, you are one of those fringe cases where you don't want people to be able to see it if the post, the ad is being shared. I think the vast majority of advertisers want to go with open. Call me skeptical, but I think this might be something that Meta's done because it encourages you to spend more money. If you're able to get significant volumes of leads from starting with an ad, but then getting people to share it, which could happen with a local business, could happen with something that's highly engaging and entertaining, then that would mean you don't need to spend as much on ads and you can generate leads partially organically from that sharing process. So perhaps that's why it's in there. We're not going to know for sure, but that's probably what I believe at this point. As you can see, it's also really easy to miss. A lot of people won't even notice there's a content versus a setting tab, and they will never click across. They'll just go through and create their instant form and add in all the various information, but they won't go ahead and check that out. But fortunately, it is really easy to fix, and now you know how. You won't run into these issues, and you should go ahead and turn it on. You might be pleasantly surprised by the difference in leads that come through. It's going to vary between businesses, but some businesses generate significant lead volume from starting with an ad and then getting those organic leads coming in from sharing and things along those lines. And when you go ahead and export your leads generated file, you'll see there's a column that shows you whether it was through ads or whether it was generated organically. So you can see exactly what proportion of leads are coming through via people sharing your ad and you generating organic leads off the back of that. Obviously, the higher that is, the better. Those are free leads. That's what we all want as marketers, but it's good to be able to monitor that, and you can see the difference that having this setting switched over might be making for your business. Now, I do want to say that the leads that you see in terms of results generated in Ads Manager, that won't change because that's only going to show the leads generated from the advertising itself. So when you're looking at Ads Manager, you're looking at results, that won't increase, your cost per lead won't go down, but when it comes to either exporting that file of leads, or maybe you've got your account hooked up with your CRM and they're imported automatically, you should see more leads come through because you're no longer restricted, you've got it open, and you're getting more leads in that way, inorganically, as I've already mentioned. So just be aware of that difference, that you may well see a different number in terms of the total leads generated when you export the file or when you look in your CRM versus what's actually being reported in Ads Manager, because Ads Manager will only report those that are directly generated from the ad, even if you've got this open, as you probably should have. Meta has also recently added a whole new type of lead that is super exciting. I show you exactly how it works in this video here. We've been testing it a whole bunch, and if you're using Facebook ads and Instagram ads to generate leads for your business, I'd strongly recommend you give it a go and check this out.